In this video, we're going to explore how to make colors. So within the screen of an app, you can produce lots and lots of different colors by combining red, green, and blue in various ways. So to this end, we're going to create an app that lets us use sliders to come up with different colors. We'll call the app color sliders. And so what we'll do is use these sliders to pick the color of the background of our screen. So I'm going to put 3 sliders onto the app like this. And I'm going to name them accordingly to which color I wish for them to represent. So I'm going to have the top slider be red slider. We'll have the middle slider be the green slider, and the bottom slider we're going to call the blue slider. And so each of these sliders contains some amount of how much of that color we're going to be using in the background. Colors range from 0 to 255 in value. So 0 is the absence of that color, and 255 is lots of that. So what we're going to do is adjust the maximum value of our sliders to be 255, so we get that full range in. Adjust red, now green, and now the blue slider, just like that. So now we can go to the blocks and actually put together the code that will change the background color. One thing I want to do is, because the sliders are all the way to the left, we'll go ahead and make the initial background color black to represent the absence of any of these colors. Okay, so going back over to the blocks, whenever I move the red slider, so whenever its value changes, I want the background color of my screen to change. So I'm going to set my screen 1 background color every time my red slider changes. So I'm going to put that together by making a color with red, green, and blue. So the red slider value will go here, the green value there, and the blue value there. So the red value is just this value block right here. So that's the value that we get as a result of changing what the slider is doing. The green and blue values come from reading what those sliders look like at that time. So I'll get a value from the green slider, and then I'll get the value from the blue slider, just like this. All right, good. So now I should be able to try out my app, which I will do. And then I go to color sliders. So it's black, I've got my sliders, and then as I move my red one to the right, it gets nice and bright red, and as I move it to the left, the red all goes away. I'll move it back to the left. Now, the other sliders don't do anything yet because I haven't programmed them to do anything. So that's really what I'd like to do next. I'll now program the green slider. So when the green slider changes, it's going to look a lot like what happens with the red slider, but there's going to be a crucial difference. So I'm still going to change my background color, and I'm still going to make a color with red, green, and blue. The difference here is because I'm on the green slider, this green block needs to be set up there. Then what's the red value going to be? Well, it's just whatever value my red slider is. And then the same thing with the blue slider. All right, and so now I go back to my app and I move the top one to the right, and it gets really red. And now I move the middle one, and that red becomes yellow because I've added some green. Now if I move my top slider back, it gets greener and greener and greener, and then it's like totally green. But my bottom slider still doesn't do anything. I'd like to remedy that. So I'm now going to program the blue slider. And it It's going to be very, very similar. I will get set the background color based on that, and then I'm going to put together a color with red, green, and blue, like so. The value block will be attached to the blue, and then from the red slider, I will get its value. The green slider, I will get its value right here. And now, if I go back, I can play with the bottom slider, and I get lots of shades of blue. Now, if I go to the middle and I start adding some green, it's going to look kind of cyan or aquamarine. If I take some blue away, it gets to be kind of a light green, eventually deep green. Similarly, I can take the green all the way to the left and just do red and some blue, and it gets pretty purpley or lavendery, depending on how you play around with it. So I want to encourage you to play around with this and see what kinds of colors you find you are able to manufacture. Have fun.